to the Choice, Change and Action podcast, where you get to choose, change and take action to create a different today and a different future. These are my stories of choice, change and action, along with the phenomenal guests I have on here. From a really young age, I've always desired to create a change in the world. The planet has been a constant inspiration to me, and Access Consciousness has shown me the tools to know that anything is possible. And I keep choosing. What are you going to choose? Hey everyone, welcome to the Choice, Change and Action podcast. So you are with me, your host, Simone Milasas, and this is just a little intro to the next podcast, because I was making a video this morning and it was a video to go out, it's for, I guess, promo for the body membership that I have coming up, and it's starting in December 7th. So December 6th if you're in the US. And it was meant to be this like short, quick video, and it ended up being a longer video with a lot of really cool tools and I guess the vulnerability of me talking about different things that have shown up with my body. So I went, let's put this into a podcast. So that's what we're doing. That's what you're about to listen to as the podcast. But what I do want to mention as well is I have a free call coming up. And it's a free call, and it's called Is Your Body Your Friend or Foe? Okay. If you want to register for that, go to SimoneMilasas.com free call. That's it. SimoneMilasas.com/free call. Okay. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see the link below. But it's Is Your Body Your Friend or Your Foe? It's on 23rd of November in Australia, my 7 a.m. So if you're in the US, it's on the 22nd of November. So I'd love to have you on there, and we're going to explore some stuff in 1 hour about you and your body, because how much have you been treating your body as your friend or treating your body as your foe? I always look at that energy of, if someone knocks on the door, you pretend your body's knocking on the door. How do you answer the door? Are you just like, oh my goodness, how did I get so lucky to have you here, and hug and embrace this person, this body? Or do you go, oh, you're here again, look at you. It's like you've put on weight, you've lost weight, you're not tall enough, you're not short enough. It's like you don't have a big enough butt, you don't, your butt's too big, or blah, blah, blah. You have all this sort of stuff. Can you imagine knocking on someone's door and having someone greet you like that? How do you greet your body? Is your body your friend or your foe? So please join me for this free call, SimoneMilasas.com/free call, and enjoy the podcast. Oh yeah, last but not least, enjoy your body, okay? Really enjoy your body, because it's desirous of you to be enjoying it and have way too much fun wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being here. Hi everyone, I am Simone Milasas, and I am here with my body and to talk to you about bodies. So hello bodies. Hello all those beautiful bodies out there. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm sure that you have a billion stories about your body, and there's nobody in the entirety of the world who knows you like you know you. That's it. You know you the best. You are the one that wakes up with you every single morning. You are the one that goes to bed with you every single night. Yeah, you might have family, you might have partners, you might have children, you might have some really epic friends, but nobody knows you like you. How have you been choosing? So I want to tell you a little story. I'm 54 years of age. I just turned 54. And the day after I turned 54, I had the best birthday, by the way. It was so cool. It was epic, just with a few friends out in nature, beautiful lunch, wine, cocktails. It was so great. And I woke up the next day, and I actually woke up and I was running processes in my head, like just, I don't know if you ever do that, but I was waking up running processes about all the businesses that I'm involved in. And I woke up with this huge smile on my face. And I was like, everything is possible. Everything is possible. About an hour and a half later, I went to stretch, And like literally I was in bed with my computer and just lift my arms up and stretch, and my back went on me. And I've had this showed up about 5 months ago when I was in London, and oof, did I gain a lot of awareness with that. I was doing an advanced body class, facilitating an advanced body class in London, and it was day 3, and I couldn't go. I just couldn't go. I was so locked up. I couldn't move. I was in excruciating pain. So I couldn't go. I learned so much about my body. I also learned that how I was choosing from conflict with my body. And I gained a lot of awareness. I changed a lot of things. The other day, this day I wake up and I'm like, everything is possible. Oh, man, their pain was so excruciating again. I called some friends. I was with a friend, and they were trying to help me out. Poor guys were just like didn't know what to do because they'd never seen me in that much pain. Eventually, I was like, I think we need to call an ambulance because I can't move. And I was like cold over on this kitchen bench, at one stage, and so anyway, we called an ambulance. They gave me a hell of a lot of drugs so that I could actually, get into the ambulance and all of that. The best thing about it was I actually went to the hospital and got a CT scan. So I don't want to make the CT scan significant, but I learned so much about my body. I had some amazing friends, by the way, that I had around me. And even that night, my beautiful friend Sarah Watt came and, slept in the same bed as me because I was paranoid that something was going to happen. And she was so sweet and so kind, brought her dog and looked after me. And I felt incredibly looked after by all these people, and very vulnerable with my body, really vulnerable with my body. And this was a week ago, not even a week ago. And still vulnerable with my body. And wow, have I learnt a lot. A lot. So, I have this membership coming up called Hello Bodies in December, and it goes for 3 months. And I looked at this as like this playground of possibilities with bodies, because like I said, I'm 54. I have been there, done that. I really would say I've got no place to judge anyone. I did copious amounts of drugs. I have just absolutely ignored my body. I have forced it. I have everything. And it's here. And I'm really happy. And I'm so happy that I have this body. And if you look at even that, I bet you're happy that you have your body. If you look around at all the bodies in the world, is there any body that you would like to switch? Or are you actually happy with your body? And what if you could delve into that and work with your body and not against your body, not in conflict? So this last week, I'm meant to be in Italy right now. Dr. Dane here is doing a maestro class starting in a few days, and I'm meant to be in Italy, and I couldn't fly. I could have still flown, and I was in question every day. Okay, can I go to Italy? Can I go to Italy? I had this amazing conversation with Dane about so many things. And, one of the things he said to me was, he said, you go at 90 miles an hour. And then you think when you go to, 80 miles an hour, you go, see, I relaxed. And he said, everybody else is going at 40 miles an hour. And I can't tell you the amount of people have reached out to me this week with this same sort of energy going on of forcing themselves into working, into doing, into being. And anyway, we had this really great conversation. And then I had an amazing conversation with Gary. And I am so incredibly grateful for both of them, because together they gave me a different perspective. And I know I needed to have a look at this. And I know that I've been using force whilst, going to, well, I'm more in communion with my body than a lot of people. I'm more in question than a lot of people. I'm, more in allowance. I'm more all of this than a lot of people. But am I in communion with my body like I could be? Are you? Are you in allowance of you and your body like you could be? And so I asked, I went, gosh, I really would like to change this and create something different, because where I always seem to like fall into this place of right and wrong. And, at one stage, Gary was saying to me, say when you go for a run, he said, you're doing this from force. And then all I can hear is, oh, well, running is wrong, right? And then, and I said to Dane, I feel like I've got this ball in my hand and I'm going right, wrong, right, wrong, right, wrong. And then there's nothing else in between. So what I've started looking at this week too is, so if I decided to go for a run, I'm not at the moment. If I decided to go for a run, is it ease? Is it joy? If it's not joy, stop. I just went for a 45-minute walk this morning and I could hear my body go, okay, we're done. You need to turn around. And I turned around and it was like 1 minute that was just absolutely correct. That 45 minutes was what my body desired today. That was it. And I have spoken to a few different people who are phenomenal with bodies, and I've learned so much about what was occurring in my spine and also how to move with my body in a different way. So I am so happy this week, and I'm so looking forward to creating a greater relationship with my body. Yeah, a greater relationship with my body. And I want to talk about conflict for a second, because one of the things that was showing up for me was, as I said, I was meant to be in Italy. And I was waking up, after I was meant to have flown there, and I wanted to go to Italy. I, the being, desired to go to Italy. I desired to be in maestro class. I desired to see all my friends, all these fabulous, amazing, people that I have maybe not seen in a while, and they're all going to be in Rome and Italy. And I really desired that. I desired to, go play in Rome and eat some fabulous Italian food and drink a beautiful glass of wine and just celebrate and know more and be at this maestro class. That's what I would like. I could hear my body literally going, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, oh. So, and I was talking to Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, and I went, okay, I can hear it. And he said, good. He said, I'm so glad you can hear it. And it was so obvious what my body was asking for, what I desired. I was like, how do you like amalgamate these two? How do you meld these together so that you become in communion and it's not conflicts? Because I realized I have been hearing my body for a really long time. You probably have too. But have you been listening to it? You hear it and you go, yeah, whatever. We're still going to drink this. We're still going to eat this. We're still going to keep running. We're still going to work out. We're still going to, whatever. We're still going to do. So you hear it. But do you actually take action or work with it? So every day for like 3 days in a row, I could hear my body and I knew what I desired. And I was looking up flights and going, I could still fly and all of this. And then this one day I woke up, it was a few days ago. I woke up and I was so happy. I usually wake up really happy. I just love waking up. It's like waking up with nature. It's like, yay, I'm in the world, this amazing, beautiful planet. Let's go. And I woke up and I was lying in bed. I just had this ease over my whole life and my body. And I went, oh, I'm not going to Italy. And I so had to acknowledge that it wasn't from conclusion. It wasn't from judgment. It wasn't from rightness. It wasn't from wrongness. It was, I'm working with my body here. I am with my body. I'm totally present with it. I'm not going to Italy. And I left Dane a message. I went, hey, this is what's happening. And I think he knew it before I knew it, and he said to me, I've never heard such relaxation in your voice with how you're talking about everything right now. It's like, yeah, I'm asking for that. I'm asking for what would it take to have the space, the ease, the joy, the glory, and the relaxation in my world with everything, with absolutely everything. Everything. There was one day, a couple of days ago, I woke up and there was something with the business and I noticed it was sort of like required my attention pretty quickly. And I noticed what I usually would have done is sort of gone, oh, relaxation, boom, out the door. this requires my attention. This is a little, whatever energy it is. And I handled this and dealt with this with a few people. And I was like, wow, that was awesome. From relaxation, there was so much more that I could perceive. And if you don't already know, we talk about an access consciousness that you, as an infinite being, which you are, have the ability to perceive, know, be, and receive everything. And I'm asking to increase that. Because one of the things I'm also asking is, what energy am I avoiding? Like, what am I avoiding by not relaxing? What are you avoiding by not relaxing? What are you avoiding by not resting? What are you avoiding by not slowing down? What are you avoiding by forcing everything? And everything that is times a godzillion, where you destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine, shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. That's the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. You can find out more about it at theclearingstatement.com. It just friggin' works. So anyway, here I am now. I'm in Australia. I am not in Italy. I am completely and utterly grateful for everything that is showing up. And I was talking to a friend of mine about how, I woke up that morning and went, everything is possible. Like, everything is possible. And they were commenting about, like, oh yeah, and then I ended up in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. I said, yeah, but what if you didn't look at that as a wrongness? What if you didn't look at that as something that was bad, that, quote unquote, ruined the day? Yeah, it was painful. It was really excruciating pain. Have I gained a lot of awareness? Yes. What if that is now showing me all the possibilities that are available, which you start to perceive more, you start to know more, you start to receive more, and then you start to be more. So there's one more tool that I would like to give you at the moment, is ask yourself, am I forcing this? Anything. It could be your relationship. It could be with your body. It could be, with money, with business, with how you work out, how you move your body, anything. Am I forcing this? If I wasn't using force, what space could I be here? Okay. And then just pock and pot it. And the second thing that I've been looking at a lot is, I'm really creative, and a lot of you out there are incredibly creative. And I find that I do this thing of going, okay, so what can I do? I've got to work on this project. I can do this. I can do this. I can do that. And And I can come up with a billion things. I don't think I even know what boredom is. I've never been bored in my life. But instead of the doing, I go, okay, stop, Simone, stop. Because before, I honestly get, my point of view was that if I didn't do, that I would be lazy, I'd be bored, and I'd forget something. Guess what? That's all reason and justification for not choosing to be. So for the last 3 or 4 days, every time I go to, this is what I can do, I'm like, oh, what can I be? What can I be right now? What can I be with my body? And I'm noticing that there's these really random things that I'm choosing, that I've wanted to do or work on. Like, it's not like I'm ignoring anything or avoiding anything, but I don't think I've ever followed the energy. And when I say followed the energy, it's like something pops and you go, oh, this, something else pops, this, something else pops, this. And it's such an inclusion of me, the being, and my body. And I'm asking for even more of that. Because how many of you have this idea, you have a point of view, that when you feel really good, because your body feels, when you feel really good, that's it. That's the best. I'm going to put to you, what if that's not the best? What if that is just the beginning of what is truly possible? What if that's the beginning of what is truly possible, and there is so much more that is possible? So I hope you got something out of this. And if you would like to join us for Hello Bodies, you can go to the link below, and it starts in December 7th. So if you're in the US, it's December 6th. And it's for 3 months, a playground of possibilities. So what we have is a call with me roughly every 2 weeks, sort of depends on my schedule and how that was. That's another thing. I actually looked through my whole entire schedule and went, oh, is there anything here that I'm forcing? and went, destroyed and uncreated everything about the schedule. What would I choose if I was choosing from the space of it? What if you could do that with your business as well? Now, I don't have a set amount of topics that we're going to talk about for these 3 months, but things like business will include that. Things like money will include that. Things like relationship will include that. This is your class. For 3 months, we get to play. We also have what we call hot seats. So if you desire, you can apply to be in a hot seat, which is like a 30-minute private session with myself, but everybody can come on and everybody can watch. And I always notice what a contribution that is. It's just absolutely phenomenal. We have that. And we also have a few scheduled SOP sessions with our bodies. So it's like this energetic symphony of possibilities that we get to do with our bodies and be that just friggin' beautiful space that you can be. You may acknowledge that, recognize that when you're out in nature, that. What if you could have that and be that with your body, no matter where you are, no matter who's around? What if you could have ease, joy, and glory with your body, no matter what? So if you desire, come play. If not, just have way too much fun with your body. Okay, way too much fun with your body. And there's a whole lot of other little surprises and things that we have that, voice notes about, greeting your body in the morning and a whole lot of things. But anyway, mwah, big kisses and big hugs to you and your sweet, sweet bodies. If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to hit the follow or subscribe button on your favorite listening platform to get notified of new episodes. We read all the reviews, so if there's any topic you would like to hear about, let us know. If you'd like to know more about the tools, information, and classes mentioned in the podcast, head on over to SimoneMilasas.com and follow me on Instagram at Simone Milasas, or the podcast has its very own link on Instagram at Choice, Change, and Action. Don't forget, you can download the show notes. And lastly, have way too much fun today.